The Minister of Foreign Affairs, Dr. Abdulatif Al-Zayani, held a telephone call with the UK Minister of State for the Middle East, North Africa and Afghanistan, Hamish Falconer. During the call, they discussed the historical friendship and strategic partnership between Bahrain and the UK and the ways to strengthen and develop it to serve common interests and enhance bilateral cooperation. They also discussed the latest regional developments, efforts to achieve peace and stability in the region in light of the signing of the MOU between the US and Iran, prospects for strengthening cooperation and coordination during both countries' membership in the United Nations Security Council, and exchange views on issues of common interest. The Minister of Municipalities, Affairs and Agriculture, Wa'el bin Nasser Al-Mubarak, reviewed municipal service preparations in the capital Manama and visited a number of sites and ma'atims as part of ongoing preparations for the Ashura commemoration for the Hijri year 1448. Al-Mubarak said the visit aimed to assess the readiness of municipal services and ensure the provision of the highest standards of service. He emphasized that during the Ashura season, the ministry will work to promote a culture of recycling by setting up several waste recycling centers in the capital, as well as stepping up awareness-raising programs in partnership with various sections of the society. During the visit, Al-Mubarak inaugurated the main municipal services operations center for Ashura in Manama, which will oversee sanitation and support services throughout the period. For their part, the heads of the Ma'atims expressed their appreciation to the ministry, commending the government's efforts to provide the services and resources necessary for the successful organization of the Ashura commemoration. The Minister of Education, Dr. Mohammed bin Mubarak Jum'a, attended the foundation stone-laying ceremony for the new Alliance Francaise Bahrain building in Adliya, Manama, organized by the French Embassy in Bahrain. Dr. Jum'a highlighted the long-standing relations between Bahrain and France across various domains, particularly education and culture. He expressed Bahrain's appreciation for the work of the Alliance Francaise in teaching the French language in Bahrain and enhancing cultural and artistic ties between the two countries. Dr. Jum'a expressed his wish that the new building would expand the reach of its programs and activities. For his part, the Ambassador of France to Bahrain, Eric Girard Telmi, commended the strong bilateral relations between the two countries and the support of the Bahraini government. The French ambassador expressed appreciation for His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister's support for joint educational and cultural projects. The Ministry of Housing and Urban Planning has successfully restored homes in Sitra affected by the hostile Iranian aggression, employing a phased and comprehensive work program. More in this report.
In implementation of the directives of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa and the order of His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa for the government to address the damage to citizens' homes, the Ministry of Housing continues its efforts to implement housing restoration projects for eligible families. These humanitarian initiatives reflect the ongoing commitment to improving the quality of life and strengthening family stability for the residents of the affected Sitra area, where a number of families are experiencing extraordinary moments as they receive their homes after the completion of comprehensive restoration and rehabilitation work. The development work was not limited to housing restoration alone, but also included providing various essential requirements and household furnishings that contribute to creating a safe and comfortable living environment for beneficiary families. The Ministry, in coordination with relevant authorities, continues its work within a joint framework aimed at ensuring the smooth implementation of all stages of the plan. This includes everything from assessing and evaluating damages through specialized teams to completing compensation procedures and handing over the units, thus ensuring the completion of work within the established time frame and enabling citizens to return to their homes in the first phase according to the defined implementation plan.
The Undersecretary for Financial Affairs at the Ministry of Finance and National Economy, Yusuf Abdullah Al-Hamoud, headed the Kingdom of Bahrain's delegation participating in the 2026 annual meetings of the Islamic Development Bank Group held in Baku in the Republic of Azerbaijan. The meetings were held under the theme Regional Integration, a pillar of sustainable prosperity, with the participation of Their Excellencies and Highnesses the Ministers of Finance, Economy and Trade and the Governors of central banks from member countries, in addition to partners representing regional and international organizations and experts in financial and economic affairs. The meetings included discussions on a number of vital files and topics aimed at consolidating the foundations of comprehensive development among the member Islamic countries. The sessions reviewed the most prominent initiatives and new projects of the Islamic Development Bank Group, most notably the concessional financing system, as well as discussing the future directions of the group's work to meet the aspirations of member countries, in addition to discussing ways to activate joint plans to deal with the current economic conditions and to enhance financial and sectoral stability in the areas of food security, energy and climate in order to support economic integration efforts, develop supply chain networks and promote sustainable prosperity. And the Undersecretary for Financial Affairs participated in the roundtable meeting of the Board of Governors of the Islamic Development Bank Group, where he congratulated His Excellency Dr. Mohammed bin Sulaiman Al Jasser on his reappointment as President of the Islamic Development Bank Group, affirming the Kingdom of Bahrain's full support for his efforts to enhance the group's leading role and its developmental impact. The Undersecretary emphasized that the Islamic Development Bank's launch of the concessional financing facility represents a significant strategic step towards strengthening solidarity among developing countries and enabling the least developed member states to access more flexible and sustainable development financing. The roundtable meeting of the Board of Governors of the Islamic Development Bank Group discussed the development situations in member states and how to address them, in addition to exchanging experiences on various related issues. The meeting also stressed the importance of concerted efforts between the bank and the member states to strengthen joint development cooperation. On the sideline of his participation, the Undersecretary for Financial Affairs also met with the President of the Arab Bank for Economic Development in Africa, Badia, Abdullah Khalil Al-Musaybih. During the meeting, the emphasis on the leading role of the financial and banking sector in supporting development efforts and initiatives that contribute to achieving sustainable growth. He noted the Kingdom of Bahrain's keenness to enhance cooperation with various financial and banking institutions and to exchange experiences, expertise, and best practices to achieve the desired goals. Also, the Undersecretary for Financial Affairs at the Ministry of Finance and National Economy, Yusuf Abdullah Al-Hamoud, also met with the Regional Manager for the International Finance Corporation, Fawaz Al-Bilbisi, during which they reviewed areas of cooperation and discussed ways of strengthening them in support of sustainable development efforts. And the Undersecretary for Financial Affairs at the Ministry of Finance and National Economy met with the Vice President for Operations at the Islamic Development Bank, Dr. Rami Ahmed, during which they reviewed the existing cooperation between Bahrain and the Islamic Development Bank. They discussed ways to develop and strengthen cooperation in a manner that meets the aspirations of both sides. The meetings also included a review of the current economic situation in the region, an exchange of views on ways to develop joint cooperation, and a discussion of a number of topics of mutual interest. The Undersecretary for Land Transport and Post at the Ministry of Transportation and Telecommunications, Fatma Abdullah Al-Dhan, announced the pilot launch of Uber Black service in Bahrain. She affirmed that the launch comes in line with the ministry's continued efforts to develop Bahrain's transport sector and provide diverse mobility options that meet the needs of various segments of society. Al-Dhan explained that the service will be initially introduced on a limited trial basis through partnerships with licensed companies in Bahrain and via the Uber platform, supporting the provision of new and diverse transport options for users across the kingdom. She added that the service will be available in carefully selected locations during the pilot phase, enabling the assessment of the service performance and quality before its gradual expansion. Al-Dhan said users will be able to view the areas covered by the service directly through the Uber application, enhancing transparency and providing a clear and user-friendly experience. She noted that the initiative reflects the joint efforts of the ministry and Uber to harness technology in advancing transport services in the kingdom. Al Khalifiya Foundation has marked 15 years since its establishment as a pioneering institution dedicated to serving the community and empowering its people, reflecting its charitable and humanitarian mission, built on enabling individuals, strengthening their place in society, and contributed to raising the name of the Kingdom of Bahrain in various fields. Throughout these years, the foundation has developed numerous programs and launched meaningful development projects, consistently focused on initiatives that reinforce a culture of giving, solidarity, and community responsibility. Guided by an ambitious vision, Al Khalifiya Foundation has strengthened its impact through effective partnerships that brought together public and private entities under one shared framework. These collaborations have helped enhance and advance its work and expand it further, supporting sustainable development for the community. The General Secretariat of the Council of Representatives welcomed a number of members and staff of the Royal Humanitarian Foundation participating in the Tatamman initiative. The visit was part of the General Secretariat's efforts to promote the values of loyalty and national belonging, disseminate parliamentary culture, and highlight Bahrain's achievements. The program included an introductory presentation on the functions of the Council and key milestones in Bahrain's legislative and parliamentary experience. The presentation also covered the history of the Council's establishment, the workings of its standing committees, investigative committees, parliamentary friendship committees, and other roles and responsibilities of the legislative authority. At the conclusion of the visit, the visiting delegation signed the Pledge of Support and Loyalty, embodying their values of loyalty and national belonging and affirming their support for the comprehensive development process and the civilizational achievements that Bahrain continues to attain in various fields. The Kingdom of Bahrain has been ranked among the top 5 performing ecosystems in the Middle East and North Africa, according to several key indicators within the 2026 Global Startup Ecosystem Report issued by Startup Genome. The Deputy Chief Executive of Strategy and Insights at the Labour Fund Tamkeen, Alia Al-Ali, noted that Bahrain boasts a comprehensive and flexible startup ecosystem that enables entrepreneurs to develop and test their ideas.
A new achievement is added to the Kingdom of Bahrain's record of economic successes, as it ranked among the top 5 startup ecosystems in the Middle East and North Africa region in terms of performance, according to the 2026 Global Startup Ecosystem Report issued by Startup Genome. This ranking reflects the rapid growth witnessed by the Bahrain's entrepreneurial environment, with the total value of the startup ecosystem rising to $1.6 billion, achieving an exceptional leap of 759% compared to 2021 results. This indicator reflects the growing investment activity and entrepreneurs' confidence in the Bahraini market. The report confirmed that the Kingdom of Bahrain has continued to strengthen its presence in future-oriented sectors over the past years, ranking among the top 10 regional ecosystems in the field of AI-powered startups, in addition to achieving a leading position among the top 15 ecosystems in the Research and Development Index, reinstating Bahrain's success in building an environment that supports innovation and modern technologies. The report also reviewed a number of factors that enhance the attractiveness of the Kingdom of Bahrain as a destination for startups and entrepreneurs, highlighting the kingdom's interconnected and flexible system, access to regional markets, supportive regulatory environment, and collaborative initiatives between the public and private sectors that continue to promote innovation and entrepreneurial activity.